Hello, 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 hello. Got people popping into the chat already, bright and early. Excellent. A is here. A says, how's your day going? So far, so good. Thank you for being here. Also, I have Demency up in here. What's up, brother? Blessed and highly favored. Thank y'all for popping in. Let me get one more thing square. Bye, dear. Do well. Queen Pruitt's leaving for the day. All right, so let me close some stuff on my screen and we can get rolling here. All right, I think I'm ready now. What is happening, folks? Good to see you all here. I am Aunt Pruitt. I am a freelance content creator at large, and this is my weekly, and I'm gonna put that in air quotes, weekly creator office hours. I like to get together on Fridays with people here in the community to talk about different aspects of the content creator space, be it your photography, be it your video, be it your branding, be it your approach to social and marketing and pitching and all that good stuff. Or if people just have some general questions, I answer some of those too. Not all of them, but some of them. But yeah, we try to do this every Friday here on YouTube live. So if you're in here watching live right now, and I see some folks are in here live right now, thank you all for being here. We got Marcelo showing up. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Outstanding. Marcelo's here. Demancy's here, and A is here. So since you folks are in here live right now, go ahead and do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button right there inside of YouTube so other people can get a little notice or signal that, hey, Ant's live right now on the YouTube channel. And if you can also hit subscribe and share real quick, I'd appreciate that too. All right. So I think I've already shared it out. So before we get into questions, I wanted to just go over a little bit of stuff about at least my own opinions and own experiences regarding social media. And some people, when you say social media to people, they automatically assume Facebook and X, you know, and then every now and then they'll say TikTok and Instagram and so forth. But YouTube is also social media too. You know, so you have to consider all of those aspects. And so I was thinking along the lines of X, thinking along the lines of Instagram. And I don't know why Biscuit's barking, but he'll be all right. Instagram, X, YouTube, and also TikTok, at least within my own personal experience, if you will. So there's all kinds of things to consider, and it varies from platform to platform, but there are a couple things that I've noticed that are pretty consistent across all of them. And every single one of them will be some way to increase engagement. It can be a way of increasing positive engagement or a way of increasing negative engagement. And I got to tell you, that positive and negative moniker is only going to matter to you. It does not matter to the actual platform, because you can get a shit ton of negative engagement on a piece of your content that's on one of these platforms, and they will continue to promote it. Why? Because people are engaged, people are commenting, people are sharing, people are doing whatever, and all that platform sees is, ooh, someone is really put out a nice piece of content. And people continue to comment on it. So let's just share it to other folks. And I've had that experience with a couple of my stuff, some negative engagement. And I only call it negative engagement because it's just my own personal opinion. But YouTube in particular, they're like, nope, we're going to keep promoting the shit out of this video, you know? Oh gosh, Marcello with the dad joke in there. Good gosh, who let the dogs out? Look here, dude. Come on, you better than that. Oh, and I see my little niece, little weirdo is up in there. Hey, Kenny, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And again, everybody watching live, hit the thumbs up button there inside of YouTube, please and thank you. And yeah, so let me go ahead and dive into some things that I've experienced regarding the whole engagement side of things with social media. So let me see. I'm going to switch my screen over here. And hit this button. Does this work? It worked. Look at that. It's amazing when I get some things right. All right. So my screen might be a little bit small. I'm not doing full screen, and it's okay. So this is a video. This is a video that I did, looks like 4 years ago. All right. And it is about removing plosives inside of your audio using Adobe Audition. And for people that don't know what plosives are, that's that popping sound that happens when you speak into a microphone. It's this big brush of air that sounds like, just a wind blowing over your mic. Absolutely horrible. This is why you have these filters on the tops of the mics. This is why this little filter is in front of the mic here. One of my old mics, that little filter there is to help cut down on plosives. But every now and then you're not going to be able to help it. So I did a video that says, okay, this is how you can fix plosives on a case by case basis, like a spot fixing kind of thing. And I did the tutorial, and the tutorial did all right, and people liked it, and it's gotten a decent amount of views. Only problem is, let's take a look at this first comment here. I didn't notice it in post, and I didn't notice it until after it was uploaded. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to re-upload this thing. So I made a comment here. Oh, I got to move this so you can read it. There. Made a comment here. It says, unfortunately, my background music was a little too high at times, and it didn't catch it. Fortunately, you can still get the gist of the tutorial, and you can try it out for yourself. Thank you for watching. I put that comment there and pinned it there. And of course, nobody watched it. Nobody read the comment. But all I get is comments about background music is a bit strong. Tutorial was what I needed, and it saved me re-record time. Blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch. I guess the last couple of few were good. But most of the time, the comments that came in were all about, man, this is good, but this stupid background music, man, this background music, man, this background music. Video editing is bad at audio mixing, and it just kept going on and on and on and on and on. And so YouTube saw that. They saw that people kept commenting on it, and they kept promoting it. And this thing still gets promoted to this day. It's 4 years old, and it still gets views today. So there's some negative engagement there in my eyes. Is negative engagement because people are like, shit, you screwed up the background stuff. But the positive side of it is YouTube continues to push this out to people. As old as it is, it's still relevant. People still use this tutorial. I still do this tutorial to this day, even though it's 4 years old. And I still make money off of this video. 4 years old, and I still get mailbox money from this. So that's one example of negative engagement. So let's pop over here to the chat. I see some chats coming in. Marcelo says, dude, I have a controversial video that had tons of comments, but I love it because I got just shy of 2,000 subscribers from that video alone. So I echo your sentiment. Yeah, that's it. It is freaking negative engagement, negative to us as people, didn't necessarily agree or had some sort of problem with it, but the platform was like, ooh, this thing is great. So they kept promoting it. And that's going to happen from time to time. I'm not saying you should intentionally do some stuff like that. Okay. I'm just saying that there's going to be some times where there's some happy accidents, if you will. And I had another video out there, and this one is probably like one of my top 2 or top 3 videos out there. Sorry for coughing into the mic. So let me switch the screen again. We'll do that there. Now this one, and I remember when I made this video, I said to myself, this is going to be controversial because in this world of bunch of know-it-alls, you're going to ruffle some feathers. And there are going to be some people out there, in particular in the creator space. All right. There are going to be people in the creator space or aspiring creator space that has this whole I know everything attitude, and they're going to come after you for stuff like this. And when I was making this video, I just knew they were coming, and I was spot on. I called it, and it happened. So what this is how to properly upscale HD video to 4K. Okay. Now, first, let me tell you, if you want your YouTube video to be 4K, you need to record it in 4K. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's the way to go when it comes to that stuff. The problem is everybody don't have cameras that shoot 4K. At least at the time of shooting that video. I think that's a couple of years ago. And well, heck, even today, everybody don't have a 4K camera. Their phones can probably shoot 4K, but sometimes that 4K is really, really faked 4K, and it doesn't look that good. And so people can shoot 1080 on their phones, and it'll look better than the 4K, and then you can upscale it. But know that upscaling your video to 4K is not going to look as good as original 4K. The problem is it's like taking like this piece of paper here and taking it to a copy machine and making one copy of it, printing it out. Then you take that printout that you just copied and make a copy of that. And you'll notice the quality of that will start to degrade over time. It's pretty much the same thing. You're losing data when you're trying to upscale from a small to something larger kind of thing. And I go through that in the video. I actually talk about this stuff in the video. But again, within this community, especially the photography and video creator community, you get the know-it-alls, and they had to comment and say, hey, this is a horrible idea. You should never do this. Even though I said in the video, it's better to shoot in 4K to start, but what a lot of people in this community never, ever understood. And this goes all the way back to the time that when I was starting to get more serious about my photography again, and all I had was a phone, the photography community back in North Kakalaki shitted on me because I didn't have a quote real camera. When all I was trying to do was just get back into the art, get back into the craft, and figure out how to just make some art, regardless of what I had. And yes, I know I've done videos that says gear does matter. Yeah, in some instances, gear does matter. But in the big scheme of things, man, use whatever the hell you have. And in that video, this particular video here, that was all I was trying to say. I know all of y'all don't have fancy cameras, but if you want to try to scale your stuff up, here's how you do it. And this video continues to just grow and grow and grow and grow. And I'm laughing at the comments here coming in. Let's see. Marcello says, spicy content equates to higher visibility from YouTube. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. And it's a bit of a happy accident. I don't plan on that. But when I made that video, I wanted that video to be of service to people that don't necessarily have all of the gear. And that's all I was thinking. But of course, the know-it-alls are going to say, you should never do this. This is a horrible idea. Blah, 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 blah. And some of them, they get really nerdy about it too. They just go on and on into the details. Oh gosh. Anyway, this is Creator Office Hours here on YouTube. I'm Ant Pruitt. Thank y'all for being here. If this is your first time hopping in, please feel free to hit the subscribe button on your screen, and also go ahead and hit the like button, the little thumbs up button. It does help me out. Like I said, I'm a freelance guy, and this is how I'm paying my bills. So your support is greatly appreciated. Before we move on to some other stuff, let's, if you got any questions, go ahead and throw them here in the live chat, and I'll be more than happy to at least attempt to answer them. So while I look through my Twitter feed, because again, it's not Twitter, it's X, I'm sorry. My X feed my engagement over there is always fascinating, to say the least. I don't have a huge account. I think almost 7,000 followers or something over there, which is not a lot. Yeah, almost 7,000. That's not a lot. But my engagement on all of these platforms are always through the roof, and it blows my mind. And sometimes it's because of those happy accidents, I know. And then there's other times I think it's just people. There's some cool people out there, you know. All right, so let me see. Any questions pop in here in this live chat? Oh, I like seeing all these little reactions coming in here, the 100s, the hearts and stuff. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Again, that's engagement stuff, man. That's all it is. All right, since no questions have popped in, I want to move on to another example here. And this one, it's very near and dear to my heart. So let me see if I can switch the screen. So we'll do that button there, and it takes me to another screen. This is on TikTok, and there's a particular account here called Conshu. I don't even know how to say it. I have no idea how to say it, but what I'll do is I will link. Let's throw that into the chat here for the folks watching live. So let's do this. So let me hit back to here, move this screen here, and then this is the TikTok account. Right here, Conshu Savedo, something along those lines. Don't know how the heck you say it. Boom, there. All right, so there it is. That's the TikTok account. And as I was saying, that particular account is very near and dear to my heart. Why? Because it is my one of my boys. It's one of the hardheads. And for those of you that don't know my hardhead boy that's up at college right now, he is very, very, very much like me from a personality standpoint. He is no bullshit. He's just, he's very straightforward with people. He is not rude or anything like that, but he's no frills, no thrills, and he likes what he likes and he don't like what he don't like. That's it. You call it like you see it, and what you see is what you get when it comes from him. And damn, my lips chapped. He's a bit of a nerd when it comes to the Marvel and Star Wars stuff. And I've always told him, hey, just own it. Just own that. Because back in the days when he was a little bit younger, he would get pushback from his friends in the community. And let me be clear, he would get pushback from his black friends in the community because he loved Marvel and Star Wars so much, and a bit of a nerd about it. And I told him, bullshit, you do you. You don't need those. You don't need those people. If you like something, enjoy it. You're not hurting anybody. Just own it and enjoy it. And so within the last couple of years, he decided to open a TikTok account, and he's doing these videos about various Marvel or Star Wars content. And he's got 50 followers. So he doesn't have a big following on there. But what he's doing is like all of the right stuff when it comes to starting to grow his channel. And he's not really interested in growing the channel just yet because he's in college. He's got shit to do as far as graduating, and he runs track. So he's busy. And I'm like, dude, when you get time to actually put more effort into this, your channel is really going to blow up. Because again, he only has 50 followers. And he's getting hundreds and hundreds of views, sometimes a couple thousand views on these different videos. And from a percentage standpoint, that is unbelievable. That is really, really good. And so I said, I need you to just stay at it. Keep being you regarding these videos. And this video in particular, let me see if I can pull it up so y'all can hear it first off. Let's see. We'll go right here.
Spoilers for Acolyte episode 5. You've been freaking freaking warned. I haven't really made any videos on the Acolyte because I wasn't sure what direction they were going in. But now I'll say something because Star Wars fans need help. Star Wars fans have issues. I'm so sick of it, I'll even show my face. At this point, I'm not sure why Star Wars fans even watch Star Wars anymore, because they are trashing the show on the comment section on Instagram and Twitter or whatever, on a show that they are like, I don't want to watch this. This is going to be bad. The show is bad. But you come back every week to watch it. The episode was actually pretty good. We are seeing lightsaber choreography that we haven't seen since the prequels. Secondly, just put some respect on the Padawan's name. Her name is Jackie. She got turned into Swiss cheese after this fight, but you get the point. The main complaint I've been seeing is people saying that the Acolyte is breaking canon. There have been times where they've teased it, they've been getting close to it, but if they will fix it the next episode, like, we don't know what's gonna go on with Ki-Adi-Mundi. He was the one in the Phantom Menace that said that the Sith haven't been seen for millennia. This Sith that was in the Acolyte, he killed all the Jedi around him, so they didn't live to tell the tale that he is still alive. I don't know.
Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about, and I like Star Wars, but I don't get into Star Wars to the depth that he does. But I'm gonna let this finish out because there's a couple things.
What Soul's gonna do, we're just gonna have to find out the next episode. He's gonna have to report what happened, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he hides it. We don't know. Is it the best series ever? Definitely not touching the Clone Wars or Mando, but I'm still gonna pay attention to it. Like, this Sith Lord made a Jedi kebab. My eyes are definitely open now. Just let the freaking series play out. I literally just showed my face just to get my point across out there on the internet. Oh well.
All right, so let's break this video down. Let's break this video down. He starts out with a thumbnail. Oh, I guess I could mute this now. Where's the mute? There it is. The mute's over there. He starts out with a nice, clean thumbnail image. Boom. That's the first step. Get people to at least want to walk into your store by having a nice sign up. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a comment pop in here. Hold on, that's some cool comments. Cool comments there. Man, my niece says he's hilarious. Demancy says proud of that young man. And my niece says, look, I want to do this, but I've been scared of not getting as many views or connections as I want. But I can't get views if I don't start. You are 100% correct on that. That's exactly the reason a lot of people don't do it, and you're just gonna have to go for it. You can't get views if you don't try. You know what I'm saying? Cinder Fractal says, is his volume low? Yeah, that's on me. I tried to push it up some as best I can. That's on me, but that's the kind of stuff I deal with live. I'm sorry about that. Marcella says, I agree with your hard head. I must say that the last episode was epic. Oh, see, Marcello knows this stuff. I have no idea. But anyway, let's break this video down. Okay, shall we? Let's break this video down. So again, he starts out with a good thumbnail. He starts out with a premise, you know, and the premise is this whole Star Wars thing. This is a big story. This is a big brand. And he's hashtagged it at Star Wars For You page, Acolyte. He's doing all the right things. Okay. And then he's got 20 something freaking comments on here. 20 something comments. Why did people comment on this? Because of the stuff that he said. He said some things on here that are not only either spot on or some things that just might piss people off just enough to make them comment, because people are going to disagree. That happens. You know, he said that this thing was great. There's going to be people out there that say, no, this thing was horrible. And you know what? They're going to put that down here in the comments. So I give him credit for that. Then there's another spot in here that I notice. This here. If you looked at any of his previous videos, he has never, ever shown his face in a video. Never. So that's one thing. The second thing is, look at this stuff behind him. He purposely put himself in front of this wall of all of his Funko Pops. And all of that is just more eye candy. All of that is just going to help people, especially the real fans, They're looking at this on their phone. And you know, if you're watching a TikTok, if you just tap down on the video and just hold there, it'll pause it. People are probably pausing and trying to figure out, okay, which one is this? Which Funko Pop is this? What is that? How many does he even have? You know, where did these come from? Again, more engagement. That's keeping people on the platform. And let me go ahead and go on record and say, I haven't told him any of this shit. Today was my first time seeing this particular video because, again, he doesn't post very often because he's got shit to do. He's a college student. He better be in class. He better be going to work when he needs to go to work and going to practice when he needs to go to practice. So that stuff comes first. This TikTok account, yes, he's passionate about it. That comes not even second. It's a little bit further down the line. But seeing this, he's put some thought into this. He purposely sat down in front of the wall. He purposely decided to show his face. And then at the end, he says something else. I don't know if you can catch it. Maybe if I turn the volume up on the computer again. Let me see, Cinder Fractor. I'm going to turn the volume up just a touch. And then we'll hit play here. Oh, I should probably unmute it.
I'm still gonna pay attention to it. Like, this is a freaking series play. I literally just showed my face just to get my point across out there on the internet. Oh well.
Did you hear that?
That was in the Acolyte.
I appreciate him saying that line. He says, I literally just showed my face on the internet. And now it's out there. Oh well. And my family, we are all very, very conscious about security, privacy, things of that nature when it comes to these internets out there. We have our own little internal Slack channel, and you know, we all use password managers and multi-factor authentication when it comes to logging into stuff. I have preached the freaking gospel of being careful on these internets, you know. So he was one, he's like, I don't want to show my face, you know, I don't want to do that. I put stuff out there, but I don't necessarily want to show my face, and that's fine. But I appreciate the fact that he says, you know what, I'll do it for this video because I really need to prove a point on this thing. So yeah, I'm very happy for him and proud of him on this one. At some point, maybe one of these days, he'll get back to doing these videos on a regular basis whenever that time comes, but I'm not rushing him. But it just really warmed my heart to see that today, because that was my first time seeing this video, and I'm going to be sure to reach out to him about this and give him his kudos. Now I have one more example on there, but first I want to check with you all here in the chat. Are there any questions? Hope that audio is a little bit better that time around, since I pushed it up there for you, Cinder Fractal. I am Aunt Pruitt. Again, this is Creator Office Hours. I try to do these every Friday, or if I can, because sometimes I'm not here on Fridays. And I just like to sit down and talk about different things in the world of content creation, be it photography, be it video, be it social media, be it marketing, be it pitching businesses to try to get some more money, tips, tricks, what have you. And sometimes just answering general questions, you know, because we are a community, and I hope that I am always able to help folks out with any nuggets of information to help you in this creator space. And Cinder says, yes, the audio was better. Excellent. Thank you. And if you're in here live, go ahead and hit thumbs up for me and hit share for me so other folks can come in here and join the conversation here on YouTube. Today we're talking about social media engagement. And again, social media isn't just Facebook. Social media isn't just X. Social media is all of these different platforms. Social media is Facebook, X, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. All of those are social media platforms, and all of those platforms have their own level of engagement. And hold on, my dog ain't doing so well. Hold on, I need to pause. You hot? Is that what it is? Yeah, because that computer gets hot. All right, sorry about that. My dog is getting old and not doing so well. All right, anyway, but yeah, all of these different platforms have their own levels of engagement, and far as when it comes to marketers and brands and things like that, they measure them. And, you know, if you got decent engagement, brands and marketers may approach you about gigs, jobs, and things like that. So I try to tell people, take advantage of it, because you are a creator and you can do all of this stuff with your phone. You don't always have to have fancy equipment. My son, all of his videos are done with his phone. All of his editing is done with his phone or within the actual TikTok app. And I mean, even the voiceover stuff, he's doing all of that stuff on his own. I'm not teaching him any of that stuff. He's learned it on his own. So yeah, make sure you can get into these different platforms and take advantage of them. Know what I'm saying? All right, so let's look at one more example before we get out of here. So let me see if I can switch my screen. And this one, I'm not going to say is near and dear to my heart, but it is someone that I am totally cool with, and we get on each other's nerves affectionately, if you will. So this one is, some of you may know him, but this is my man, Owen JJ Stone, or some of you may know him as O Doctor. Now, he is another cat that he can do so much more with his TikTok stuff, but he openly admits he doesn't put enough time and effort into it. And I get it. He's a parent. He's a girl dad, and he does any and everything that he needs to do for his daughter. And I respect that. And if that means not shooting as many videos, so be it. You know, that's the life. And his TikTok stuff, he started sort of getting more serious about it back during the NFL playoff season. Okay. Because NFL playoffs are here in the United States are pretty freaking passionate times for people, especially when you mention teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, or more so if you mention this team right here, the Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas, man, let me go ahead and tell you, I hate the Dallas Cowboys. And the reason I hate the Dallas Cowboys is not because of the ball players, it's because of the fan base. The fan base are delusional at times. I will never understand the delusion that fan base has. So I don't particularly root for them or care for them, and they are always freaking polarizing. I know that. Oh, Doctor knows that too. So when you look at, you know, this video here is 4,000, 2,500, almost 8,000 views. This one is 14,000 views, almost 15,000 views. And it's got that dadgum Dallas star on there. You think that was intentional? I can go ahead and tell you, yeah, it was very intentional. What he does in his videos, if I can pull it up. What he does in his videos, he puts a lot of time in editing and posts, and you see he's got all of the extra graphics and the captions and so on. So he's got the eye candy for it. But then the stuff that he's saying in these videos, he's saying just enough to rattle people, because he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and he gives fans or teams, he gives teams all of the credit that they deserve as far as wins and losses and things like that. But then every now and then he's going to put something out there just to nitpick at a particular fan base. And in particular, this time, he's going to nitpick at the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to say some stuff, and he's going to get people to respond. And he does it every daggum time, at least back during the playoff season. He did it every single Sunday, Saturday, and Monday, if you will, because that's when the games are being played. And he was on it like clockwork. And the numbers show. But again, that is a particular effort that you got to make. It's not something that you can just do once, you know. But if you make an effort like he was doing, the account will start to grow. The engagement will start to grow. There's over 300 comments on this video alone. And it could be anything, you know, people talking about the Dallas quarterback, people talking about the Eagles, you know, because everybody wants to comment and take a dig at the Dallas Cowboys. It is what it is. But yeah, I thought I'd show that because he and I, we talk all the time, be it text, be it phone calls, what have you. So we know what's going on with each other. And we've talked about his strategy with TikTok. And as you can see here, this was all during the playoffs. All of these are playoff videos, and they're all consistent. It's consistent with the thumbnails, consistent with his tags. And then as the playoffs started to roll to an end, here's one with Dallas being eliminated from the playoffs. It is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful how he does this, 40,000 views on this thing. 40,000 views on this thing. So he knows what he's doing, and you got to give him credit. And I promise you, if any of you take a topic, be it, I don't know, video games, be it movies, there is a fine line in being clickbaity, but there's also that line of okay, what can I do to promote this to get just enough engagement and rage, and it'll be, and it's actually, I guess you can call that positive engagement, because you're getting people to come in here and converse and tell you, you know what, we were horrible today, or no, wait a minute, I hate your team. That's discourse, so, and again, it's a fine line on it. So yeah, it's such a nice YouTube channel, but a TikTok page. But again, he hasn't had a lot of time. Let me move this out of my face. How about that? Can I move that out of my face? There. All right. Comments come in here. It says, Doctor's girl won the wrestling award. Yep. She's a beast. Cheese Media says the Green Bay Packers have more postseason wins at AT&T Stadium than Dallas does. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, and I absolutely love that. And it's a fact. So Cheese Media, I guarantee if you use Facebook, if you put that on Facebook, or if you put that on X and hashtag it with Green Bay Packers and hashtag it with Dallas Cowboys, just that statement alone right there, watch what happens in your comment section today. I challenge you to that. Watch what happens to that comment section today and over the next couple of days. All right. That's my challenge to you, because that right there, it's factual, but it's also very, very polarizing to a particular fan base that loves their team, And it's also polarizing to all of the people that hate that fan base that loves that team so much. So they want to come in and pile onto the fire too. That's what happens. I guarantee you that's what happened. Cinder Fractal says, yep, it's very clever. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. All right. Are there any questions before I get up out of here? It's like I said, I got to go to the DMV, and I'm not too thrilled about it. And I want to try to get over there as soon as I can and not spend my whole day over there. Lovely, lovely stuff when it comes to moving and all of that good stuff. Thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate y'all popping in and sharing your 2 cents and sharing your thoughts. And again, if you're interested in doing more stuff promotional wise, use social media. Everybody doesn't have a marketing department. We don't. We're not made of money like that. So social media gives you an avenue to promote yourself and promote your work. And let's see, a question comes in from A. He says, how many days do you do you live? Oh, okay. I try to go live at least once a week, whether it be with the podcast, Everyday People podcast, or be it here with the Creator Office Hours. I try to go at least once a week. Sometimes it's twice a week. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see the little notifications that lets you know when I'm going to go live, because I put them in there ahead of time, and then it'll show up in the little schedule there. So feel free to check that out. Just go to youtube.com. Where is it? Right here. youtube.com/Ant Pruitt. Subscribe right there, and you'll be able to see the notifications from when I go live or when I have a live broadcast scheduled so you can mark your calendars. Thank you for asking that. All right. Any other questions, folks? Any other questions? Normally I do this for about an hour, but we'll go a little bit shorter today. What are some of the things you all are working on, as a matter of fact? Any projects that you've had this week or any upcoming projects? Right now, I'm sad to say I don't have any projects for next week. Well, no, I take that back. I do have 2 articles to do, but I don't think they're going to take a lot of my time. So I got 2 articles that are in my queue that I wanted to get done, but I'm not really sweating that because those don't take too much of my time. At least these particular articles don't, because I've already done a lot of the research already. But as far as the other stuff, I don't have anything on my books right now. So I'm working on trying to get my calendar filled up for next week because I need to work. Know what I'm saying? All right. One more thing. Let's see. Cheese Media pops in with the chat and he says, I'm learning about 3D and spatial video. Oh, man, that stuff. All right. So when you talk about 3D, are you talking After Effects and Blender and Cinema 4D and stuff like that? Because that's what I think about when I think about 3D video. I don't necessarily mean the projection style where you have to have particular special glasses to see 3D, And you said spatial video, so I'm assuming you're talking more like the Apple Vision Pro type content. I just can't buy into that just yet. Not yet. Maybe next year I can, but right now I can't get myself to buy into it. And I know people are excited about it, but I'm going to give it to at least version 1.5 or 1.5 or version 2.0. Vision Pro or other VR headsets. Yes, that is okay. So I was right. Since you said spatial video, I was right. Because I can remember there being a big push for AR, augmented reality. And I don't hear anybody say that anymore. Is that still considered spatial video? I don't know. And I've always thought that augmented reality was a lot cooler than virtual reality. That's just me. But they both are going to require some type of headset or lenses or what have you to present to you the data or whatever it is in the space that you're trying to look at. So there's always going to be some type of tool, some middleware, if you will, to present that stuff to you. But I don't know. I think I don't know if we're there yet, personally. I don't know if we're there yet because there's a lot of challenges there, and there's a lot of challenges as far as it being accepted publicly, as a social norm. There's challenges with privacy. There's challenges with just the tech in general. Our smartphones are crazy powerful chips in them, beautiful displays in them. But battery life is not necessarily going to be enough. So I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But when I think of 3D stuff, it's always along the lines of Cinema 4D, After Effects, and whatnot. And I used to spend a lot of time in After Effects, not so much now. I guess I should get back into it since I'm off of the Windows platform, and the Mac Apple Silicon stuff runs so much faster with everything when it comes to doing rendering and whatnot. Maybe I should try to get back into it and just see where I am. I actually had some tutorials on my YouTube channel talking about After Effects and how to get started with it. So if you're interested in that, and if you're a Creative Cloud subscriber and want to learn After Effects, my little tutorial will help get you started. I did one for Premiere Pro, and I'm looking here on my page now. For After Effects, I got 1, 2, 3. I have a 5-part series on getting started with motion and stuff inside of After Effects. And speaking of Motion, I have Apple Motion. I bought that, which is Apple's version of After Effects. And I hear it is crazy good, but I haven't tried it yet. I bought it, installed it, and opened it for about 10 minutes. And then life happens and I haven't been able to get back in there and spend some time on it. But yeah. All right. I don't see any more questions coming in here. I'm going to take this time to go ahead and say thank you and goodbye. I really do appreciate you all being here. Really does mean a lot. Thank you for all of the support. Again, you can share the channel with people, youtube.com/Ant Pruitt. If you're interested in checking out more of my content, just go to antpruitt.com. You see images that I've done there. You see the podcast there. You see some blog posts that I've done. You can order prints there, antpruitt.com/prints if you want some of my photography prints. Or if you want to just support me via Patreon, you can. You just go to the Patreon page, patreon.com/AntPruitt. I have 2 tiers there. I have a free tier and I have 2 paid tiers, and I think they're quite affordable and building a community over there. And I put content in there that only Patreon members see. And it's been a lot of fun, and I enjoy the conversations that we have over there in Patreon. Again, that is patreon.com/AntPruitt. All right. Thank you again to Miss Kenny, my little niece there in the live chat. Hope you're doing okay and still busting your ass and working hard because, that's what you got to do, dear. All right, folks. Y'all be well. Have yourselves a good weekend. Be safe. Do something good for yourself. Do something nice for someone else, too. And be sure you recognize the fact that, hey, it's okay to totally love you some you and have some self-compassion. You've earned it. All right. Take care, folks. See you later.